Hello everyone, welcome to the Storyist. Often, we judge and make fun of other people just because we have something that they don't, or they have something that we want, or just because we simply want them to suffer. But what we don't realize is the fact that these people may have their own struggles too, and that our words may just seem like harmless jokes to us, but for them, each word is a blade that cuts them deeply, slowly cutting away a chunk of their confidence, or their self-esteem, or worse, of their life. Today, I will be sharing with you a story about an evil girl who realizes this very important lesson when she fat-shames the new girl at work. But unfortunately, she learned this lesson when everything is too late. Stay until the end of the video to find out what happened to the new girl and how the evil girl reacts to it. Carrie is a beautiful woman. She has the face and the body of a cheerleader, which makes her the talk of their office. Anywhere she goes, people can't help but swivel their heads to look and catch a glimpse of her gorgeousness. She has captivating brown long hair that flows down the small of her back, brown eyes that turn honey when placed under the sunlight, a fair complexion that makes every head turn, and a tall, well-built physique that completes the package. She is everything a man can want, and she knows that too well. Because of her irresistible appearance, she learned how to manipulate men for her own gain. Sometimes she will befriend his office mates whom she knows has a crush on her, ask them out on dates just to have free food, and then leave them like they're pieces of trash. Despite Carrie's appealing facade, a monster hides inside. She acts like a boss around their office, making men do things that are not part of their job description just to make them please her. She loves attention, and she loves the idea of holding men under her fingertips, like they're her puppets ready to do anything for her if she says so. Her ego feeds with that idea. And as time passes, her ego grows with it, until she finally feels like she is the most gorgeous, most powerful girl in their office, and that one smile from her can make any man fall in love. She also becomes a bully over her other coworkers. If she sees a man or a woman who is not as skinny as her, or who does not look presentable or some sort, she will make fun of them all day long until they feel even worse for themselves. She makes people's self-esteem her own playground, because she has the power to do so. This became her habit. She will often insult a coworker or even random strangers at the park or at coffee shops, telling them and pointing out their flaws to them, destroying their self-esteem. This makes her feel even more powerful and impactful. One day, the office HR introduces a new girl to their office. She is set to sit beside Carrie in her department. When the office staff learn about this, they immediately feel bad for the girl, because they know that Carrie will just bully her and make fun of her all day long. She might not even be able to focus on her work. The new girl is fat. She has extra layers of skin below her belly, and she has curly blonde hair. She also dresses in baggy clothes to hide her fats. Her clothes in total are a fashion disaster, as Carrie will definitely label it. As the new girl is being introduced, Carrie comes 30 minutes late to her office. When she arrives, her eyes immediately land on the fat girl standing beside her office desk. Wearing a pair of shades like Regina George, she slowly removes it and looks down on the new girl. "That is hideous," are Carrie's first words to her new seatmate. The new girl is stunned for a moment. The HR personnel throws Carrie a sharp look, and she immediately changes her attitude. "Hi, I'm Carrie," she says sarcastically, refusing to stick out her hand. She is chewing gum. The new girl smiles at her, and when she is about to introduce herself, she loudly pulls her office chair, drops her bag harshly on the table, and starts staring at her computer. The new girl feels embarrassed, and she just stops talking. After the new girl's tour around her new office, she goes back to her seat and sees Carrie watching Netflix on her phone. She wants to ask things about her and get to know her, but Carrie made it clear in their first meeting that she wants nothing to do with her. The new girl opens her computer and starts typing. All of a sudden, Carrie abruptly removes her earphones and glares at her, which confuses the new girl. Did I do something wrong?" the new girl asks. "You are typing way too hard. I can't focus on the series I'm watching. Are your hands Thor's hammer?" Carrie says in crossed eyebrows. The new girl is about to answer, but Carrie speaks again. "No, actually, don't answer that. Your hands look like a fat hammer anyways," she says. The new girl bows her head of embarrassment. She is trying to hold back her tears. All her life, she has been fat-shamed. Growing up, she has always been the fat girl. and she has always been the girl at the back of pictures, refusing to go to the front of the camera because of her shape. She has been bullied all her life because she might have been pretty, but she was also fat. And being fat surpasses everything in other people's eyes, even what lies within. It hurts her to think that all her life, people only saw her as the fat girl at the backbench. Never the smart girl who always aces her exams, or the strong girl who never cries in front of everybody whenever she's being bullied. She might have a loving family that always tells her that love is the only thing that matters, that love looks beyond the outside appearance, but the society always tells her something different. The new girl slightly smiles at Carrie. "Sorry, I'll be quieter," she replies. The girl continues typing quietly. The following morning, the new girl is getting free sandwiches in their pantry, while making herself a cup of hot chocolate when Carrie walks in on her loud stilettos. The new girl smiles at her, but Carrie just rolls her eyes. She notices the girl's tray filled with sandwiches and chips, and she lets out a sarcastic laugh. "No wonder you look like a whale. It's because you eat like a whale," Carrie says while mixing her coffee. The new girl does not respond to her. She just pretends not to hear Carrie's snide remarks. However, this enrages Carrie. She wants to see how bad she is making other people feel. "Didn't you hear? I said you look like a whale. You're so fat!" Carrie exclaims this time, letting other people hear. The new girl is trying hard to hold back her tears, but she never responds to Carrie. She tries to walk away, but Carrie holds her wrist and stops her. "God, your arms are massive. You should join sumo wrestling," Carrie announces at the pantry while laughing. The new girl breaks down. She can't hold her tears back anymore. She returns all the sandwiches and chips she got for herself. Since that day, she has been starving herself. She starts going to the gym even with an empty stomach. She develops an eating disorder that every time she eats a small amount of food, she tries to vomit it. She becomes obsessed with the idea of getting skinny, that she forgot her body needs nutrients too. For almost a month, the new girl keeps doing this. No eating, only working out. She starts to finally see progress, no matter how little. And as long as she sees progress, she has no intention of stopping. She always thinks, even when she's very hungry, "I can make it a little while longer." But what she forgets is that her body isn't a machine. She'll eventually fade away. After 2 months, the new girl suddenly stops showing up for work. Carrie is unaware of the rumors, but she has been fond of her presence and loud typing noises. So she asks her coworker about her. "Didn't you hear? She was found lifeless inside her apartment yesterday because of starving herself," her coworker replies. Carrie feels a chill run down her spine. Why would she starve herself? She blindly asks, but she knows too well what the answer is. Because people always fat shame her. Not everyone has a strong mind to not keep the bullies away from haunting them when they're alone, Carrie, her coworker replies. With this, Carrie cracks up in tears. She can't believe that she contributed to the death of a sweet, sweet girl. She feels bad, but she can't do anything. It's too late to do something. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in our next story. Stay tuned.